UIM F1 H2O World Powerboat Championship returned to San Nazzaro for a stunning doubleheader with the Grand Prix of Regione Emilia Romagna, followed the next day by the Grand Prix of Italy, rounds 2 and 3 of the 2022 season. Located in the province of Piacenza of the Emilia-Romagna region in northern Italy, San Nazzaro d'Ongina is a quaint and picturesque town located on the banks of the famous Po River, familiar waters for many drivers and teams that test and practice there on a regular basis. The locals are no strangers to the world's premier speedboat racing series. Team Abu Dhabi's manager Guido Cappellini bases his mobile training facility here. San Nazzaro also has its local hero competing, driver Alberto Comparato. He wowed fans the previous year by winning the qualifier and taking pole position in spectacular fashion against a field of hardened veterans in only his first year as a rookie. Now let's take a look back at the last round in Macon, France. 2022 UIM F1 H2O World Championship season kicked off in Macon, France, hometown of Cedric Deguine and his team Maverick. It is a tight circuit that runs through the middle of Macon, perfect for spectators. Sharjah team Sami Celio came out swinging, winning the pole position. Celio led the race, but disaster struck in lap 38 when a mechanical problem forced him off the circuit, handing the lead to Torrente, with his teammate Daniel Kamzi immediately after him. Third place went to the French driver of China team Peter Marin, who was able to control his fourth position at the start and going on to third place after the withdrawal of Sami Celio. Behind the leaders, an epic fight for fourth position unfolded between defending champion Jonas Andersson and Gilman Racing's Alec Beckstrom. The Finnish rookie was able to hold the defending champion in a great show of racing. So, Torrente leads the world standings going into the Grand Prix of Regione Emilia-Romagna with Alcamzi in second and Peter Marin third. Defending champion Jonas is fifth. There were 9 teams and 14 drivers competing at the San Nazzaro d'Ongina doubleheader. In the driver's seat is Jean Torrente of Team Abu Dhabi. He has 2 world championships under his belt, but missed his third last year to Jonas Andersson, and he is keen to get that third championship in 2022.
Well, last year just slipped away at the end, and that happens. The year before, or I should say in 19, when I won the second one, I won it on the last lap, so I had some good fortune come to me that way. And all you can do as a driver and as a team is just keep knocking at the door and keep working. It's important for me. I really, really want to win this one. We're leading already. We won the first race because it shows a level and a sustained excellence, which is really difficult. Anybody can win a race. Honestly, anybody in this paddock can win a race. A select few can win one world championship, and even a smaller group can win multiple. So I've already won multiple, but I won a third and a fourth, and I'm kind of greedy, so I want to keep going.
His teammate is the veteran ace Daniel Kamzi of the UAE, who finished runner-up to his teammate in round 1, sitting second on the world standings. Third in points is CTIC China F1 team's hard-charging and ever-consistent Peter Marin, alongside 3-time consecutive world champion veteran Philippe Chiappe.
This morning we make many tests, but some trouble with the engine problem issue, and maybe it will be fixed right now. We'll see what's happened. We have no time to find a good qualification prop, so we'll see what's happened now.
Last year's world champion Jonas Andersson of Team Sweden is looking to make it 2 in a row despite finishing 5th in round 1. His teammate is Kalle Vipo of Finland.
France, I had a small problem with my engine, so it was not delivering the power it should. And I should be happy to arrive in 5 and get some points because it was a very bad power. Now it's fixed, and hopefully we can get a better result here.
Teams and drivers were raring to go for the qualifying time trials in a quest for pole position. There were 3 qualifying rounds, the field reduced to 12 after Q1, then 6 after Q2. Comparato, who won the pole last year, was blazing in Q2 and was the fastest driver going into Q3. Alec Vekstrom failed to make the cutoff, just missing out by 1 position in 7th. Behind him was Bartek Marszalek in 8th position, a personal best in the past 3 years.
It's a couple of seconds on the last lap I missed it, but anyway I'm very happy because after 2 years of some strange experiment with other boat, I'm back to my old and lovely boat and I'm happy.
In Q3, 6 boats had 10 minutes to lay their fastest laps. Comparato was off the pace in this all-out battle in Q3, struggling behind the field. Sami Celio laid down a blazing lap early, 42.25, and led throughout. Both Team Abu Dhabi drivers, Torrente and Al-Khamzi, and Philip Chiap of CTIC China were all unable to beat Celio. The checkered flag went up and Sharjah team thought they had it. But Torrente was still completing his hot lap. He found that perfect drive. What a run! Torrente crosses the line with a time of 42.09 seconds to take pole position.
I drove, honestly, a terrible Q2, and the boat pulled me through it anyways, and then I knew in Q3 I just need to make my lap. And then the last lap, when it all mattered, with no time left, it was beautiful. The boat was perfect and made a perfect lap.
So Celio gets 2nd, Chiap 3rd, and Anderson 4th. Bartek Marszalek is in the middle of the pack in 8th. Peter Marin starts back in 11th, plagued with engine issues. The first race of the weekend doubleheader in San Nazzaro, the Grand Prix of Emilia Romagna.
Today we start 5 position. I try my best. We have a long race. 44 lap, and we try our best to get in top 3.
Engine problems for Marit Stromoy.
The changed engine, starting from the back of the grid, but it's better to have a fresh engine than start in the middle and have a problem. So let's see.
Sean Torrente was on track for the points he needs to secure a 3rd world title, but will he get through okay without breakdowns or crashes? The boats all lined up and ready for the start of round 2, just seconds to go. The boats launch off the dock, Philip Chiap off to a flying start as he leaves the field behind. Terrible start for Sean Torrente, struggling on the opening straightaway and falling dangerously behind. Vekstrom is neck and neck with Alberto Comparato in the 97 boat as Vekstrom starts to peel away and fan out, heading to the commitment buoy. 3-time world champion Philip Chiap of CTIC China team leads the pack. Sami Celio is ahead of Sean Torrente, but Torrente has the inside lane advantage. They come out of that turn neck and neck and lock horns in a long drag race down the far end of the course. Behind them, Chiap goes wide and Jonas Andersson moves up to fight for 3rd. Torrente maxing out his boat on the inside and edges ahead of Sami Celio before the turn to take the lead. What a move from the American Team Abu Dhabi ace. Jonas Andersson has held that inside lane through the turn and now finds a speed to take on Philip Chiap as he sweeps past at the right-hander and seals the deal. He finds himself on track for a podium if he can hold point. Alec Vekstrom in a fight for 8th with Ferdinand Zandbergen. He zooms past on the inside. Great racing there. But up ahead, it's Bartek Marszalek, the Polish driver, having moved up 2 spots and in 7th position now. He pushes hard on Alberto Comparato's tail, trying to find a way to nab 6th. Sean Torrente, the 2-time world champion, is leading proceedings ahead of another 2-time world champion, Sami Celio, in 2nd position. Jonas Andersson has wrested 3rd position from Philip Chiap, who has dropped since leading early. Team Abu Dhabi's Thani Al-Khamzi is in 4th position. Peter Marin is in 10th position, up from 14th and still on the prowl. Peter Marin is going all out, driving with a mission as he rips through spray and wave to find a way past Vekstrom. Philip Chiap almost loses it on that turn as he's desperate to claw his way back up to 3rd and get past Andersson. 4 boats locked in a battle for 6th position. Alberto Comparato, Bartek Marszalek, Ferdinand Zandbergen, and there goes Alec Vekstrom neck and neck with the Sharjah team driver. Vekstrom bobs and weaves and puts everything into that corner as he takes 8th position from Zandbergen. Vekstrom is storming through the course. Great racing. Peter Marin is one of the most tenacious racers. He's a tough driver to have on your tail, and Ferdinand Zandbergen can feel the pressure as Marin is relentless and passes the Dutch driver on the inside to take 8th spot, coming all the way up from 14th. No change at the top of the pack. Sami Celio still giving chase to Sean Torrente in the lead as he's about to lap Murat Stromoy in 10th position. And Celio gets hit from the port side. It's a huge crash. Stromoy and Celio collide. The Osprey rescue team is there within seconds, and Stromoy is unhurt, but her boat is in bad shape. Here it is again. Stromoy cuts in too early, not leaving room for Celio to lap. Celio also realizes he's damaged and the boat is sinking. He too is out.
Yeah, I'm lapping Marit Stromoy and inside, and she hit me outside of that one. Of course, I coming fast, I want to lap her, and we asked for the radio, keep the room. I cannot understand. This is her experience. There's no excuses. She did big mistake.
The race goes under a yellow flag and the boats line up ready for the restart. The green flag is up, the race is back on. Torrente has a great start, and Anderson now finds himself in 2nd position behind the American. Schiap is racing hard against Comparato to the buoy on the far end. Schiap cuts in, and Comparato crashes and goes right over him. Wow, here it is again from Vekstrom's camera. It's going to be another yellow flag. Comparato is okay and unhurt as he gets out safely. His race is over.
Comparato inside. He cannot turn, but he push.
I had a good restart, and then I don't know, maybe sharp, because I was in side by side with him and he just turned it to me.
As the race resumes, Torrente has another good start, solidifying his lead ahead of Anderson 2nd, but the battle rages now for 3rd spot between Alkamzi and Vekstrom. Alkamzi whips to the inside as Vekstrom goes long on the corner, and the Emirati veteran defends 3rd position. Torrente has had to survive 2 yellow flag bunch-ups, but has dealt with them masterfully, holding his lead, and the experienced racer just has one final lap to get through now. Jonas Andersson, the defending world champion, is on track for a runner-up finish and a crucial 15 points in his campaign to defend his world title, with Alkamzi in 3rd position and on track for a podium. And there it is, another great victory for the Team Abu Dhabi ace. Sean Torrente takes the Grand Prix of Regione Emilia Romagna. Jonas Andersson on Team Sweden runner-up, with another Team Abu Dhabi podium double as Alkamzi takes 3rd.
Man, let me first say, honestly, we've had our issues in the past, but Sammy is a professional. He had me beat to the corner, and you have to leave a lane, and I trusted that he would leave a lane. I didn't back off and stuffed it in there and came out deck to deck, and we ran, inches apart down the front straightaway with full respect, and I'm glad we can trust each other like that. Motor did not start.
I made a good start and I passed Schiap on the first lap. So I was 3rd, and then the accident started to happen, and I was just lucky to be 2nd, because the setup was for me today was only for the start, and it was totally wrong for the race. So.
However, Thani Alkamzi was penalized post-race for not staying in his lane around that commitment buoy at the start, where he had cut across to gain what was deemed an unfair advantage, and that gave Alec Vekstrom the 3rd step of the podium instead. Alkamzi hands his trophy over to Vekstrom.
Yeah, we finished 4th, and we were happy with the result because we started 7th, and it was a big fight the whole race because 15 last laps, the power steering went out, so I was fighting for my life to finish the race in 4th, and then they tell me I'm 3rd. Then we were happy to take the 3rd and get some points for the championship.
The race results, Torrente adds 20 golden points to his tally, leading the world standings on 40 points. Anderson with a crucial 15 points, placing him in 2nd overall. Alec Vekstrom finishes the race in 3rd, Marin 4th, Ferdinand Zandbergen 5th, Kalle Vitbo also gets points in 7th. Race day. The action started with the qualifying time trials in the morning. Drama began in Q2 when two Sharjah boats, Celio and Zandbergen, were dominating with the top two spots. Celio was fastest despite being in a spare boat. It was still intent on getting a faster time. Just as he began another hot lap, he lost contact with the water and got huge air on the straightaway. He flipped and crashed. He was okay, but with his spare boat now beyond repair in the few hours before the race, there would be no racing for him today. Taking another look at the crash, with such a fine line between flying above the water for the highest speed and actual out-of-control flying, it just takes one mistake. But Sharjah team still had reason to celebrate as young rookie Ferdinand Zandbergen made the cut to Q3, second only to Celio. Meanwhile, Torrente, coming off a win the day before, was struggling and he just missed the cut for Q3. As boats headed out for the final shootout, Sharjah team's hopes were all on rookie Ferdinand Zandbergen. And he delivered, setting the fastest time early on, but with 8 minutes to go, it was still anybody's for the taking. Alberto Comparato, who won pole last year, didn't have the right setup this year and was fifth. Daniel Kamzi and Philip Schiap, veterans and champions all, but they couldn't find the pace to take on the young Dutch gun. The minutes wound down as Sharjah team implored Zandbergen to keep cool, wait, and avoid any crashes or breakdowns.
Stay calm, stay calm. Also P2 or P3, it's okay for you. Otherwise you end up like Sami, and we don't want that. But don't make any shit,
Defending champion Jonas Andersson was out last as Sharjah team washed with nerves on edge. The defending champion's first lap was not enough.
Don't do anything.
The checkered flag was up, but Jonas Andersson had one more hot lap to finish.
Wait, we don't know still.
Jonas Andersson tried but couldn't get it.
43-26, we have it.
And it paid off. The rookie got pole position. What a result and a huge advantage for Sharjah team.
Feeling great. I'm still a little bit shaking because it's a little bit untrue for me now that I get the pole position. In the beginning of this day I didn't thought it was possible, but we did it. So I'm very happy.
Somebody know how to drive the boat in this team.
Finally, yes.
Al Kamzi starts in P2, followed by Schiap in 3, Andersson in 4th, and Comparato in 5th. Torrente will have to rally back from 7th. Race 2 of the San Nazzaro Dongina doubleheader, the Grand Prix of Italy, crowds gathered along the shores of the Po River. Peter Marin needed a last-minute boat change as the CTIC China crew hustled to prepare the spare boat, replace the engine, and stick Marin's number 8 on it. In pole position is Ferdinand Zandbergen with the best seat in the house, but can he fend off the colossal might of Team Abu Dhabi beside him on the start pontoon?
I will do my best. I will keep the boat in one piece. That's the goal, and can I say, I hope I will win.
Come on, motherfucker, get a win. It's the last season. Win.
Boats line up on the dock, tensions high before the race. Zandbergen ready for perhaps the biggest race of his career. Just seconds to go now. Jonas Andersson has a jump start off the dock seconds before the lights go out. Further back, Alec Beckstrom is off to a good start as he leaves Torrente behind in 7th and Bartek Marszalek in 9th on either side of him. Excellent start for Zandbergen. The Dutchman in pole position off to a great start on the crucial opening straightaway to the commitment buoy as he pulls ahead of Daniel Kamzi in 2nd position. Jonas Andersson started in the lead, but that jump start will be penalized. Nevertheless, Zandbergen still manages to overhaul Andersson with Al-Kamzi 2nd. Meanwhile, Sean Torrente has recovered and has number 97, Alberto Comparato, in his sights in P6. Peter Marin passes Cedric Deguin to seal 9th position. Callevipo also on the take, and he snatches 10th spot from Deguin. Sigh of relief, no doubt, for Sharjah team as their rookie driver has survived the most critical part of the race and managed to hold on to the lead, but now he has to hold off 4 world champions with 8 world championships between them. Bartek Marszalek takes on Vekstrom to turn the buoy, but Vekstrom whips past him and maintains P7. Marszalek overshoots and Marin sweeps past on the inside. Marin now in 8th position, the hard-charging Frenchman up 4 positions from the start. Up ahead, Torrente has been busy as he passes Comparato wide on the outside. They lock horns in a drag race to the other end of the course, and Torrente does it. The American passes Comparato to move up into 5th. Behind them, Peter Marin is pushing hard on Vekstrom, swinging around head-to-head with the Swede. Marin uses that outside lane and passes Vekstrom on the yellow right-hander to nab P7. Behind the Malay, Marszalek fights for his chance and almost hits the buoy in the spray. Anderson is dropped back to the rear of the field as a penalty for that jump start. Alkamzi in 2nd position behind race leader Zandbergen, but look at Torrente. He wastes no time as he zips through and overhauls Philip Schiap to take 3rd position behind his teammates. Zandbergen has to fight nerves now with 2 hard-charging Team Abu Dhabi boats barreling toward him, and he has to fight them off for 35 laps. That is a very tall order, to say the least. Bartek Marszalek has been going all out all weekend. The Polish ace always on the attack, but he goes a little too hard as he spins out and misses a buoy. Marszalek has to go around again and loses a spot to Kalevipo, who moves up to P8. Oh no, big disappointment for Peter Marin, who was barreling through the field, and he's been disqualified for his boat number sticker coming off. Another driver drops out. This time it's Alec Vekstrom, the Gilman Racing driver, back on the dock with a host of issues.
First no power in the start, and then the lift gets stuck all the way up and I couldn't get it down, and after that the boat started cutting the power all the time. When I went fast, then I went slow. I tried to go fast, everything shuts off. Disaster.
Back in the race with a reduced field, Jonas Andersson has passed both Maverick racers Alexander Bourgeot and Cedric Deguin, the Swede moving up to 9th spot behind Marszalek. Zandbergen still holding out in the lead under huge pressure, but so far no mistakes, no breakdowns, driving to survive and doing it well. But Alkamzi in 2nd is behind him, desperate for a race win in his quest for a first ever world title after more than 20 years on the F1 circuit. Oh, it's a yellow flag. Team Sweden driver Kalevipo breaks down and has to be towed off the circuit. Bad news for Zandbergen as the field will bunch up for the restart. Team Sharjah and Zandbergen didn't want that. This will be a big test for the young driver. There it is, the green flag. Zandbergen survives with Alkamzi right on his tail, but the Dutch youngster holds point in the lead. So close to a dream finish now with a handful of laps left as Alkamzi and Torrente give hard chase. What a performance for him and for Sharjah team, but he still has to bring that boat home. Both Team Abu Dhabi drivers on track for a podium. Further back, Jonas Andersson has managed to pass Alberto Comparato. The young Italian bumped down to 5th as Andersson takes P4 in the final 5 laps of the race. There it is, the final stretch. Unbelievable. Ferdinand Zandbergen holds off the entire field and the might of Team Abu Dhabi as he brings his number 12 boat in toward the checkered flag. What a day for him and what a day for Sharjah team. No doubt happy to get one up on their Abu Dhabi rivals.
I'm a little bit speechless. Yeah, the race went well. I had a great start. I was in front. Then a yellow flag came, so the nerves came back because I was like, shit, now is everybody in the back again. But in the end, that also went well, and I had a great restart. And in the end, yeah, we won.
Still a great result for Team Abu Dhabi. Torrente with 3rd, still in a very commanding position in the overall, and Alkamzi still with a shot at a world title with his runner-up finish. Andersson finishes 4th and Comparato 5th.
No stopping us, no stopping us now. Oh, it was great. Had a good first lap, got rid of Comparato and someone else, and Vekstrom beat me down good, but he was short prop. I pulled him on the other side. and then just kind of picked my way through. Schiat made a mistake, I pounced on that, and then from there I was third. I was happy. I was like, okay, Jonas behind, no problem. My teammate's second, I let him get some space. I'm like, I'm just gonna sit right here.
Yes, we start second place, but I have bad start. I keep going my boat until the first turn. I turn, I see my position where, and then I push hard. And then I have problem with my trim, go up, no go down. Sometimes I slow, I go, I slow, I go. I say, listen, I finish the race better and I don't lose the race. I finish the race here.
Grazie.
No stopping us now. We're starting a fire.
That result puts Torrente 17 points clear of his teammate Al-Kamzi in second position in the overall standings, Jonas Andersson in third overall. Ferdinand Zandbergen shoots up to fourth in the overall standings on 27 points, ahead of Marin and Vekstrom with 21 points apiece. And that concludes the incredible doubleheader in San Nazzaro. See you in Olbia, Italy for the next round.